Hello, it's me, Monet, and listen, before we start the episode, I want to alert you on some things happening with me, okay? I have some new stand-up dates coming around the U.S., okay? Here's where we are. We're going to Austin on March 6th and 7th, Indianapolis, March 8th and 9th, Spokane, Washington, April 18th and 19th, Oklahoma City, the 25th and 26th, Sacramento, May 2nd and May 3rd, Raleigh, May 24th, May 25th, and Rochester, New York. I've never been to Rochester, my first time, on June 12th and 14th. So if you want to come see me across the U.S., now's your chance. Go to MonetExchange.com to get your tickets, and I will see you doing some new, brand new, never before seen. I just wrote some bits about some analingus and Starbucks being white woman culture, and it's going to be a good time. So come see me do some new material, some raw material this spring and summer.
It's Plastique, you, Violet, and I on one side of the house behind like a velvet rope. And for some odd reason, Miss was there trying to get into the VIP booth. And I think I had issues with her at this time. And Violet could not be bothered.
Yeah.
But Plastic didn't know, but she was writing. And I think you were also writing. And then we all just like looked over at her. And then in unison, we all just looked the other way. And that was the last we saw that night.
Monet Talks. Everybody come sit down, let's have a chat. Monet Talks. Living life gossip, chop it up, this or that. Monet Talks. Get comfortable, cause you on the show. We just wanna know where you been, who you been with. Monet Talks.
Today on Monet Talks, y'all know. Y'all already motherfucking know. My girl, my queen, Naomi Smalls. Hi, T Malicious.
Hi, Monet.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am a good.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so happy that you are here in the space and you're seeing,
I feel cozy.
It's okay. So Tim, you know Tim.
Yes.
Did
you do this too?
No, but Patty and Sammy and another person, Sam, did it, and Tim was like, because Tim is so country, he was like, I saw your space for Monet Talks, and it doesn't feel like you. And he gave it a whole. He was like, because it just feels so disjunct from what you do at your house. I'm like, well, the vibe's supposed to be cozy, basement, like that's the vibe.
Lounge.
You lounge. Thank you.
Yes.
But it's Naomi Smalls approved.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Okay.
Also, like your house is gorgeous. I was like driving over here, and I was like, I feel like I'm on my way to Monet's house right
I'm
now.
literally
So the
down the
fact
street.
that you're like so close,
Girl.
so convenient, which is like so vital in this state of I mean, we're not in drag right now, obviously, but
production. Yeah. Well, I mean, that when you did head to toe was at your place.
Yes.
And you didn't love?
I loved getting in drag and not having to make eye contact with anyone that did not need to see me in drag that day. I love the fact that like not even my neighbor's Ring doorbell saw me. Which, if my neighbor's Ring doorbell ever leaks somehow, they're going to see the craziest shit.
Oh my God, I would love to see your neighbor's Ring doorbell footage of you.
There's a 30-inch wig dragging a treadmill to the elevator. Like, you do not need to see that.
Wait, are you doing that kind of physical labor in drag?
I mean, sometimes the wig is on and I need, to load up the car.
Gag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you did that treble number at Mickey's.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just did this. Y'all, let me tell you something. I went to go see Naomi Smalls a few weeks ago at Mickey's, and this bitch in a 40-inch human hair wig did a headstand and did a whole leg.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, the danger. How did you not pull your fucking wig off, girl? You always do like some crazy daredevil shit.
Unlike these new bitches, I know the importance of spirit gum, toupee tape, prep, bobby pins. The wig has to stay on.
It has to stay on. Have you ever lost a wig in drag?
I have never lost a wig.
Never, Naomi. Not even in your early days.
Never.
Work.
I've had a wig slide because I've gotten like so hot and like sweaty that it's like slid back and like you can see like where it used to be, like, where the lace front should be.
Yeah.
But I've never had a wig just like fully come off.
Word.
Thank the fucking Lord. Have you?
I mean, like early drag.
Okay.
Like maybe like a year in. And I mean, I don't know why, because I was literally wearing pussycat wigs. But I've always been bald in drag, so I never ever. People like Mo Hart and stuff. They like secure their whole head.
Right.
I never did. I would just, I'm from the Bomb the Drag Queen school, just fucking plopping that shit on my head and just moving on. So definitely once or twice in the early days.
I think the COVID maybe messed it up because it's like you don't need to be doing all that. So I think
Mhm.
these girls like who started during COVID
Yeah.
or started during a time where like club gigs were not like their like bread and butter.
Mhm.
Like they're like, oh, I can just put it on, it's gonna stay on. But like when you're in the battlefield,
Girl.
aka is stage,
Yeah.
you need that shit to stay on.
Well, Bob also tells the story of when y'all did when y'all did your first season 8 tour, how you would shave and make up your legs every night, which is torture. You were torturing yourself every night on the
Crazy.
stage.
Oh, and I have the ingrown hair scars to prove it. Yeah.
Yeah, the body's not meant to be shaved that often, girl. Oh,
But
would
like,
you have a laser?
my legs?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would.
but auto drag, you like having hair though sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like one day I say that, but I've lasered my face and my back and my ass. But like I say that and I'm like, maybe there's gonna be one day where I want to just be like a mountain man, to be honest.
I cannot picture that.
I know. I think I find like I used to like think like laser hair removal never actually worked
Mhm.
until I moved to Vegas, and then I don't know what the fuck was in those machines, but now I just like I cannot grow facial hair to save.
Oh, really? So now, so you laser your face hair, but
Yes, but I started laser hair removal when I was 18.
okay.
I'm 31 now, but like when I was like 29,
Uh-huh.
whatever those Vegas hair ones, that's the one that actually stuck.
Yeah, so I first did it back in New York in 2015, and they didn't have the new technology that was good for, because when you're white with blonde hair, it's hard, and when you're dark skin with dark hair, it's hard.
Right.
So they did me, and girl, when I tell you 3rd-degree burns all over my chest, I was like, and in that time I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be scarred forever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be a fucking mutant. No one ever want to look at me. Then I got micro needling on top of it.
Oh my God.
And that, because the lady was like, oh, we can fix it with microneedling. And that caused scarring, which I was scarred for like
Oh wow.
about 8 months.
And it just went away.
It
or,
just
like,
it just started to go away after
did
a
the
while.
hair grow? Did it
Yeah,
work?
and the hair, no, it didn't work, girl. After all that, I was like, you can burn my skin, you can burn the hair.
That's so annoying.
I know.
Lawsuit. My middle name is Sue, and I will sue you.
Well, that's the thing. But that's the thing that when you go to these things, you sign all these
Yeah.
waivers, and I think it like things them so that you can't sue them.
Gag.
Also, I didn't have the money or anything. I was
Right.
like, sure.
Yeah, if I lose, it's actually just like going to be a bigger cut to like pay a lawyer.
Exactly, for all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I started doing hair in LA when I moved here 3 years ago at
Was it here or hair? Here? Hair?
hair?
Here?
I know.
I'm
Girl,
kidding.
you know me.
I'm kidding.
You fucking- I was like, oh my God, here. I got it done here. Here. Oh my God. I got it done here. And it's changed my life. Obsessed.
Oh God.
I said to do touch-ups though.
Yeah.
I do
For
touch-ups
sure.
like once a year. I do a touch-up.
That's
it's good.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I think one thing that I always was curious about is that have you ever, because I think the world at large, we all digest the Naomi Smalls brand as a fashion god. Like you just, like your brand is very unique and fashion. Did you ever want to be like one of these fashion girls at these runway shows?
I thought that's what I wanted when I was like, I was a fan of season 7, of course, before I was on season 8,
Mhm.
and I saw like the Miss Fames and the Violets and the Pearls, like doing the Marc Jacobs Gigarama and all that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love obviously fashion. I think I'm much more of a style girl than I am like as far as like a look 81 on the Balenciaga 2023
I
resort
see what
kind
you're
of girl. And my experience, I've been invited to a few fashion shows and everything. I'm such a club girl. Like I kind of low key hate it about me, but like I grew up in the clubs and like my gig is like, I know there's going to be a dressing room.
Uh-huh.
I know there's going to be privacy away from people. I'm not really good at dragging the elements.
Got it.
So like when you go to a fashion show, you are booking your own hotel.
Girl.
You're booking your own flight.
Mm-hmm.
You are sitting next to strangers who on like these crazy angles and all that jazz. And I'm just so used to like the bare minimum is like someone's booking my flight.
Yeah.
Someone's booking my hotel.
Yeah.
I'm getting a paycheck when I paint my face.
Yeah.
Like that's all guaranteed. I don't necessarily think like being at the shows is a huge like incentive to it, but like I also haven't been invited to like a Louis Vuitton show. I'd probably like change my tune, if that was it.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I did Fashion Week one time, and I and again, I was at like, no shade to the designers. I wasn't at like, Louis Vuitton or like whatever. It was in New York City. But even that was, I hated the experience. It's such like, it feels like a rat race. It feels like you're just like
Yeah.
girl number 42, and even like you look at pictures of Beyonce going to the whatever show that her
The
nephew was
Loire,
modeling at. And even Beyonce sitting there, people are pushing her. I'm like, if Beyonce doesn't have whatever, I
Right.
know, what the fuck am I?
I have like doing my little dipping my large toes into that pond. It made me have so much more respect for Violet Chachki.
Yeah.
Because she has like, that is beyond management. She has like paved her own way in the fashion world.
I agree.
Mick is lucky that she gets to, be her plus one now. So like, that is so Violet's world, and she has worked so hard to be that girl in that space.
Yeah.
Same with Miss Fame too.
Yeah, Fame too. And I mean, even like when we did Work the World and Violet remember she brought all the Prada people to the thing?
Yes, in Milan.
In Milan, girl. Violet was she was peacocking for her Milan friends. It was such a time. But yeah, she has worked really hard in that space, like really, and it really is her and Miss Fame. Like that's like their little slice of the thing, which I think is really cute.
For sure.
Are there any trends? Because so on Head to Toe, this bitch will go back and look at her drag that to all of us, we're like, oh my God, that's fucking sickening. And she will like, ew, hate it. The ugliest thing ever.
Well, that is just, I think, I don't know. I think that's because I know I am a hateful bitch. And I know I am like always critiquing everything. So of course I am not off limits in that. So I can look back at my wigs and my makeup and shoes and style, and I'm hoping in 5 years I'm looking back at myself now and being like, why the fuck did you leave the house like that? Because that is just, to me, that's growth, that's maturity, that's evolution.
I agree. Is there a fashion trend that you regret that that you participated in?
Yeah, I would say unnecessary stoning. Like, I think clothes can, clothes can speak for themselves. Costumes can speak for themselves without relying on like sprinkling some rhinestones on
Got
them.
it.
I think it makes it look really cheap in photos when
Yes,
you
in
just see
pictures.
like dots of rhinestones.
Yeah, it don't work out in pictures.
Especially when we're talking like film and TV and Drag Race, like it doesn't need to have these little dots on it.
Yeah.
Like, when do we ever see RuPaul in like a rhinestone look?
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen RuPaul in a rhinestone look.
Yeah.
Of all of the gowns and stuff he's worn I think, you're a good point. I think
Like
RuPaul's
it's just good fabrics, selecting good fabrics that can stand on their own without having to rely on ruining them with glue and stones.
Well, also, I mean, we also haven't seen RuPaul in a custom hairline, and it's like,
That part. Well, actually, we did
when?
back in the like.
Oh, in Matthew
when,
days.
I think those were the Matthew wigs.
Got
Yeah.
it. But like, I mean, but RuPaul can have custom hair now. He just chooses not to. It's so interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah, there's like a part of me that wants to lean into it because it's like it's very like doll out of the box, and I do think of Ru as like being like one of the like holiday Barbies.
Yeah.
Boys, like
I can see that.
on the top shelf. But yeah, I think she could rock it, and maybe I just drank the Kool-Aid though. at this point,
Wait. So you saying that you think that he rocks the not like just the circle, and that's like her thing now?
I want to say that, but I don't know if I believe it.
I don't think I believe it either,
I'm saying
girl.
it with a hesitation.
I don't think I can believe it either. Apparently, Lil Birdie's told me like RuPaul to be sometimes some of the wigs he wears, he'll literally he'll show up to set that day, and he would have went to somewhere that weekend. He saw a wig at a thing, he pulled it on. He like styles it himself sometimes. Apparently.
That's so drag.
That's so drag.
That's
and I'm
so
like,
drag.
even RuPaul is not exempt from just being a fucking drag queen.
Yes.
Like, he's a fucking drag queen.
Yeah.
And I love that. I let RuPaul just pull out a wig out his purse with a little brush trying to tease and be like, oh, I'm ready to go. I love that.
And I understand why she's been going. I mean, I don't know if this is nice to say, but like the wigs are always in question.
100%.
The wigs are always, it's either a hit or a miss. But like, I have dealt with every single hair emergency, fuck up, unreliable, untrustworthy moment in the business. I feel like there's something about these fucking hairstylists who say they can do wigs that can't do wigs.
They can't.
So like having your staple team, she has Raven, she has Zaldi. The hair is just up in the air.
Oh yeah, it's always up in the air.
And you're so spoiled when like someone can do your photo, your makeup, your hair, everything.
Honestly, can I tell you, like, that is my goal. Like, I want a RuPaul situation, except I would like to do like a game show or a talk show, something where I'm doing it 5 nights a week,
Mm-hmm.
and everything I need is in this one circle. I get dressed there, my outfit gets delivered there, my hair getting there, my
Yeah.
picture. To me that's like the dream I want one day.
With a team that you can trust.
Yes,
Like you can give them like, oh, I want to wear green and I want to be blonde.
Yes.
And like, bam.
yes,
Yes.
yes. But I feel like you say that, I feel like you would still Beyonce it.
I
You
would.
you would still Beyonce the fuck out of it.
I think I have like in my corner now, I have someone I would trust with costumes
Mhm.
and I have someone I trust with hair. I don't know if I know anyone that I could trust with like the lighting, the set, and and the makeup.
The makeup.
Yeah.
Let's say so. That's okay. That's another thing I think about. I want to find someone who can paint me so bad. Bob Lux out with Layla. Like Layla gets him.
Mhm.
Layla makes him look fucking beautiful. I have not found that person for me. I would love to one day.
That'd be crazy.
Right?
To be able to like be a Marilyn Monroe and just kind of like
I
and have
wish
someone come and get you together.
I fucking wish.
Yeah.
I wish. What is your dream? Like, what is like your dream like job?
Ooh, my dream job.
Drag job.
Oh, my dream drag job. I think like some sort of like talk show hosting moment would
Yeah.
be like RuPaul in the 90s. I love that, like, and having like celebrity guests.
Yeah.
That's fierce. But I think I would miss the performing aspect too. Like a little like monthly, bi-monthly, or like twice a month. I don't know how you would say
Yeah,
that.
that's my monthly.
Yeah, bi-monthly.
Yeah.
Cabaret style like moment. I don't know if you've ever seen like Carmen Carrera and like
the last showgirl thing
yes,
with the Stuart Weitzman or Stephen Meisel.
Stephen Meisel and Linda. That to me is like
Girl,
want to be captured in drag at all times. Like I don't know how to like make that every single month happen, but that's what I see as like
so
the dream.
fierce.
That's the dream.
It's so I routinely go back and watch that video because it is so fierce and beautiful, and the art of all of it. I love that video. Carmen Carrera, she ate the girls up with that.
I mean, just lucked the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know how the hell that happened, but like that's how I see drag. That's like the only way I really want to see drag. But like when I'm backstage at Mickey's trying to find a blonde bobby pin, you know.
I mean, but you kind of created some of that with Smalls World, though.
Yeah.
Like you created that fantasy.
Yeah.
And
That was fun.
in Smalls World, you are the director. You're like you have your like you're so type A. I think that's something people don't know about Naomi, how you're so methodical, and you're so like you're thinking about every aspect of your production. Which I that's a part of that I wish I had a little more of. Sometimes I kind of default. I'm like what? Sometimes I think that's been hanging out with Bob too much. Sometimes I'm just like, whatever.
It's just drag.
It's just drag. I'm like,
just drag.
but it's not. But it's just drag. But also, it's just drag. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, I wish I had a little more intention sometimes.
It's the best. Honestly, I know I'm like a worrywart, so like I just try and take every step beforehand
Mhm.
to like smooth that process over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are always like making fun of me with like my nails that are like lined up.
No, I don't make fun. I think it's impressive. Bob makes fun of it. But okay, touring with you for when we did Work the World for that year, I learned so much. Now when I like Ty gets my nails on, he sets them up like that. Like it's a way to streamline things and to like really make sure you're putting your best foot out when you go out and perform.
And you know it's drag, so it's like something's always gonna pop up.
Hello.
Like we need to pull you for sound check. We need to pull you for rehearsal. Da 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 da. So like those like 5 minutes you're rushing to the stage. Like if you can ease that process,
Girl.
it just helps.
Yeah. This weekend I was in I did a gig in St. Petersburg, my first gig like with like wearing heels for a show.
Oh yeah, after the surge.
Pain.
Really?
Girl.
Oh no.
Girl,
What shoe?
It was a platform
Oh, you better.
like tall platform situation because not platform is just too severe. My balls on the feet on the ground, it hurt a lot, so I had to do like a big chunky platform. Bitch, when I tell you, I made a fool of myself. I was like, I can do this.
Really?
I did the show, I was doing it, and then they have a part in the number where performance.
Okay.
Where I put there's a little dance break, and I was like, okay, I can. Bitch, I gave someone backstage a microphone and came back on stage. I tried to do 2 steps. Bitch, when I tell you I was in pain, I immediately ejected,
God.
got the mic, and I was just like, anyway, it was a little first time in drag. It was a little crunchy, but whatever, here
I'm
we
sure
are.
they lived.
No, they didn't live, girl. They were like, it was one of those like, okay, girl, we see what you're trying to do. Whatever. It's just drag.
It's just drag. There's some gigs though that you have to remind yourself that. Like
100%.
I just did Gay Ski Week in Utah.
Ooh, how was that?
It was my first time ever seeing, because you guys have done the like snow gig.
Yeah, at
before.
Aspen, yeah.
It was my first time knowing like kind of like clientele that goes there. It's very circuit.
Oh, is it?
At least that
That one
parties I
was.
was at was
To-
very circuit.
there was a white party at it was circuit. Yes, you're right.
So I feel like it's just so awkward performing for a circuit party because like people are like obviously in another headspace. Dark. They want it dark. So they can be sexy and all that jazz. So like when I'm fucking lugging my spotlight from Los Angeles to Utah and I'm like, we are using
Wait,
the
you brought your own spotlight?
Hell yeah.
Y'all, this is the Naomi Smalls. Naomi, you brought your own spotlight?
I'm so over it. I'm fed up. I am so fed up. I will perform anywhere, honestly, happily, as long as there's a spotlight. I do not need to like be looking at like tagged videos, tag posts, tag anything with like me and blue lighting, and my makeup is just disappearing. So I'm just now I've learned and invested in the Chauvet, like follow spotlight. Like,
Work, Naomi.
the best one I could find on Amazon Prime. And yeah, no, I just show up everywhere with it because I'm just over it. And you know, they still fucked it up somehow.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know. I got like this long ass voice message from the guy who fucked it up, and I'm like, oh, it was cute that he sent that. But
And I'm not listening to it.
it was like mid performance, he turned it to magenta.
Why?
I'm not trying to read you. But like,
why? That's insane. Just changing the color.
I know.
See, you gave the faggots so many options. Should have been a one that can't change color. It only does
thinking
warm.
about, should I tape off all the other options? Like, yeah, like my mom, she's elderly, and she has like only the volume and the power button, and everything else is taped off on her remote so she doesn't fuck it up. Yeah, I'm like, do I need to do that with the spotlight?
Damn. Oh, that would get me. That would get me so hot.
It's just drag.
Can I tell you though? I so thing with you on like I don't care what level I am. I love performing clubs. I think I'm starting a new little thing in the city in New York where I'm gonna do it like once a month, do like a monthly show like at a bar. Because I think, how do I say this? Girls that think that they've transitioned so far from nightclub act and they can't be seen, and that I think it's so crazy because I'm like, to me, that's what drag is. I fucking love that energy. I fucking love you. When I did that show in New York City, Naomi, who happened to be there at the same time, and you came into a hardware bar, and like that
So
energy of doing like a show like that, I just love that.
Packed
Girl,
all the way to the exit. Like there's so many people there for you.
it was so fun though.
It was so
I
much
fucking love
fun.
that. And it's just me on stage for 2 hours, sweating, looking crazy. But because of I just don't even care. I'm like, I don't care that I look crazy. I love doing it. I put on a long wear, had a little kitty cat wig on my head. And it's just, I that is drag to me, and I just love that so much.
Yeah.
And I will never not want to do that.
For sure.
You know?
Maybe not ever, but
Yeah, we're not ever. I want to be like that bitch in Portland.
in a place where they respect you.
Yeah.
They respect you. They love you. It feels familiar for sure.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, do you think like that kind of show could exist in LA? I don't know if LA gays would be receptive of that kind of like New York City show.
Like a weekday,
one queen.
have fun, like kind of like winging it. Low-key.
Yeah.
I know LA gays it's a different breed.
Right?
It's a different breed.
I thought it'd be like,
people love
girl.
like the showmanship in New York of like kind of like what's she gonna do? In LA, they're like stirring their cocktails like
Very bad. Leave Dalton laughing because that's Dalton. That's very bad. 100%.
yeah.
So you have always been very mum about you don't talk about relationships online. Like, why is that?
Oh, interesting. I think there was a time in my life where like I didn't necessarily want to like give that person the guarantee of forever. And I think that I've realized from being on the show at like, 21 was such a young age. I did
Yeah.
have a boyfriend at that time.
Did you on season 8?
On season
I didn't know you
8.
had a boyfriend season 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
shit.
I remember the day that they were like, okay, and this is the day you're going to talk about, because he was older than I was. And they were like, this is the day you're going to talk about your older man boyfriend. And I just remember the way that they prefaced it to me. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Word.
Like, to Jacqueline and me, she's like, I'm not doing that.
That is ballsy to say that to you, though.
Right?
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I think it was like part of my like
Story.
like why they even brought me to the show, to be honest.
Got it.
Like I think I just like let it slip in the like get to know you process.
Oh, wow.
But like when we got home we broke up, and I just remember thinking like, oh, this is why I don't talk about relationships, because it's not important to my drag persona.
Yeah.
I think at this point I think I've been a little bit more flexible on it, like because obviously I haven't gone anywhere in these past 10 years, and it is something that people are curious about.
Yeah.
But no, I've never like shared like a boyfriend on my like Instagram, or I mean I haven't had that many, you know.
But honestly, like again, these little tidbits I figured from like you and Kim and Bob. I think that is something that I think before I was friends with y'all, I would have probably been very like everything posted and entangled that. And I think, especially Bob, he's a really big on girl. You don't want to like have a couple's Instagram and stuff like that. And I think I've been very, obviously I share my boyfriend. Everyone knows I'm dating Andy, but I'm not like, it's not a couples thing. And it's also like, it's my work Instagram, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't need every picture to be me and this person. Because also, full tea, if we do break up, now I have to go and delete all these fucking pictures and shit. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
And I feel bad for like the relationships that like they're trying to get in contact with Monet, so of course they're gonna go to Andy.
Exactly.
And then they're like harassing Andy.
Exactly.
To harass you, and it's just like I don't know. It's just another step in the process that I
100%.
feel like is a little unnecessary.
Yeah.
For me right now.
Yeah.
But I don't honestly like. I've been single now for a year,
Mhm.
and yeah, I don't know if I'm still. I still don't really know if I'm over it. To
Really?
be honest. Obviously. And
Oh, right.
yeah. Like, I mean, yeah.
Well, I have a question. Do you think marriage is the thing for you?
I always saw myself having like children and like a domesticated life and like
Mhm.
sharing a space with someone.
I think that's the hardest part of a relationship, sharing a space.
Even talking to Bob the other day, he's like, I'm ready for Jacob to move to Thailand. I was like, he's like, I'm ready to live alone. I hope Jacob lives with his own boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that he's open about it on podcast. They both
Okay.
they'll both have separate spaces and like
Yeah. Sharing space. I've never had a roommate in my life.
girl, until I was in a couple, I never had a roommate.
Yeah, that's right.
Ever.
We're the same.
Yeah, I never had a roommate.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a lot.
I've only lived with an ex once, and it was a very short time, and it made me realize like, oh, I don't do well, even though I grew up with like 12 siblings.
Yeah.
Like sharing a space is really, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, especially as an adult. Like there's
Yeah.
something about just like coming home from like the meet and greet and dealing with all the blah 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 blah.
Girl.
And then I mean every day is everywhere you go is a meet and greet, low key,
Mhm.
you know. So then being able to close the door and turn the lock and it's just you,
Yeah.
and you know what food is in your fridge.
The peace and the silence. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're not sharing with anybody else. No one's like bitching at you about the thermostat, all that shit. Like, like that's really vital to your peace.
Yeah.
Be able to go out and do the meet and greet.
Yeah, I agree. And like, it is a learning curve and like whatever. I mean, for me, in marriage, like I've gone back and forth so often. I think that I do welcome marriage, but again, I feel like it's a really big step.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
such a big
especially
step.
as someone who's like worked so hard to build their empire,
Yeah.
like sharing that
Yeah.
on paper with someone is big.
Yeah, and I meet like other couples, like I think like I mean I don't know if she said it all. I think she has seen interviews about like Shay and Dan, like they're not interested in like they just like are together and like we are, you know what I mean? But also,
I think something that they have that I'm so jealous of, like any couple from the Drag Race world,
Mhm.
is the ones who have been together since before. Drag
Before.
Race.
That is so different.
Yes.
It's so different. Yeah, it's because like you fell in love with me way before anything.
You were on the journey with
On their journey with me through the whole thing. Because I mean, he's been with her from like through season before,
Yeah.
then season 9, then All Stars, and like you've been riding.
for sure.
SZA has a lyric in one of her songs. She goes, something about being broke. You can like if you knew me back when I was broke, that's when I can really fuck with you. Like I can't fuck with you if you knew me after I was successful. Basically, like that's the base of the sentiment. I'm like, yeah, with like drag couples like that,
For sure.
it's so beautiful when they
For
like
sure.
it beforehand. Damn. Oh, that's what I was saying. Like I went on this cruise, and every fucking person on there, like you make out with them, whatever. Everything was kind of introduced you to my husband, to my partners, and I think I'm like the gays are just so interesting in how we have love, which I think is beautiful, but also a little scary.
Yeah.
Because a little bit of openness to me feels a little unserious.
Mhm.
Because I'm like I know we can create our own families and we can like we don't have to be like like straight people, but it's also like I do think there's a little something special about that.
Yeah.
Like in spite of all the fucking dick and ass and everything out there, you're every day choosing to be monogamous with this person. I do think there's something special about that. So I always wobble and waver back and forth about it. I'm like, ugh, I don't know.
I think I do see myself long term in a monogamous relationship.
Monogamous, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. I think it's special and beautiful. But again, the gay man in me, I'm like, but also open is kind of fierce.
I know, because then I'm in that relationship and I'm like, oh wait, who's that? Who's that? Yeah.
I know. And I always tell the story. I said on a podcast, never told it here. One of my favorite Naomi Smalls stories. We were in Czech Republic in Prague.
Oh, yes.
Wait, how did you meet up with that guy? Did y'all meet up on Grindr?
I don't even know. I
don't
think
know.
he was just there.
He was just there.
I think he was just there. Or maybe he was at our show. I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. And he's at the club. And this guy, y'all, he is into Naomi, like white on rice. Everywhere Naomi's going, he is following. He is
a
like
puppy dog.
literally a puppy dog,
Yeah.
imprinted on Naomi Smalls. And then we're in the VIP. Was he in the? I don't know if he was in it with us or he was standing around the outside. Whatever it was, Naomi just turns. I was like, Naomi's here. I'm here. The guy's over here. And Naomi turns around to me. She goes, "Have him." And I was like, what? I was like, he's hot. And I was like, okay. And I guess he just understood the vibes and Naomi walked away. And I was like, hey. It's so cut.
Oh, God.
It was like a fierce, like supermodel thing. It was so fierce.
I mean, someone had to have him.
I think that's when I officially clocked in my stand card for Naomi Smalls. It was so pussy.
I love that.
So fierce.
Oh, I love it.
So pussy. I love it.
No, my stand card, it definitely came well before this, but like my Monet and my memory.
Oh, God.
I love on our last Work the World show in Miami.
Oh, Miami. Yes, when I went on. Oh, God.
And no one else in the cast decided to. But you went out and drag that night, and you were like doing real girl. You were like 40-inch bust down, off the shoulder sweater. I think you had like your big sunnies.
My big sunglasses on.
And I think you were like no pants.
No pants.
Like boots.
Yes.
And we were in a hot ass club.
Sweating.
Hot ass club, and you were up against like on the wall with you found a vent and you were holding up your hair. And then we were in the VIP booth. And I know this story has been told, but like it's like one of my favorite iconic moments. It's Plastique, you, Violet, and I on one side of the couch behind like a velvet rope. And for some odd reason, Miss
Candy
Candelisa
Muse
Muse was there trying to get into the VIP booth. And I think I had issues with her at this time. And Violet could not be bothered.
Yeah.
But Plastic didn't know, but she was writing. And I think you were also writing. And then we all just like looked over at her. And then in unison, we all just looked the other way. And that was the last we saw Candy Muse that night.
Oh Oh
So
God,
crazy.
it's
Now
so
I,
crazy.
now I fucking love Candy.
I love Candy.
Yeah, I
love Candy.
love
And I think this is before she was on Drag Race.
Before she was on Drag Race. for
And
sure.
and you know, and I think at that point, completely different now, but she was like kind of no, she's like she do the air of like she's like I was just like little like daughter, and it was kind of like around, but like weird. It was weird. But now I love Candy.
Yeah.
Obsessed with her, actually. Obsessed.
Literally obsessed. She was like my like saving grace in the last tour I went on.
Last tour, but it was you, her, Vanjie, Mistress. It was like you and like all the new girls.
I know. I felt so like dated. Low key. Not actually. Like, not actually, but like looking around, I was like, oh, I am the only logo girl.
Yeah, because also, but you gotta have like some of the weight of like the OG girls, you know.
Yeah, gotta teach them how to lay out their nails.
I mean, Kim did work the world for like fucking like 5-6 years. It's kind of crazy. What is one of the craziest rumors you ever heard about yourself?
Ooh, craziest rumor. Oh, good God.
A crazy rumor that was swirling about Naomi Smalls in the zeitgeist.
Oh, I don't know. That's a really good question.
I'm trying to think about me. I asked that question. I haven't think about me. If any crazy rumors I've heard about myself.
I do feverishly check if my nudes have ever made it out there. There's a guy who's like, there's this group. He came up to me in some city, like Connecticut or something. He's like, I saw you on LPSG. Do you know what that is?
Bob is always on this thing.
Large penis subgroup or something.
Yes.
Like that? Large penis support group.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I saw you on large penis support. And I always say, like, as long as my mom is alive, please do not have my nudes leak. Like, I just do. She's very like that. Like, she would know. I think it would make it to her somehow. I don't know. But my heart just like sank, and all I could think about was June.
Oh God!
So of course, the moment I got back to the hotel, I was like looking it up, and it was like I understand why they think it's me, but it's not me. It's
okay,
like, it's like someone. First of all, they're uncut. And it's like they're like in a mirror, and it's like they're just like this much of their face, and
Got it.
If you squint, it could look like me like at 18 or something.
Got it.
It's not me. Maybe that's the only one I know.
Yeah, I've never my nudes. So, like, I mean, I used to send nudes before I was on Drag Race. After Drag Race, I stopped, and then I mean, I do send nudes now, but I make sure I send a picture that you can't. Like, I've edited my tattoos out of it. I literally sent it to my friend to edit tattoos out, and it's nothing from with my head in it and stuff like that. So
yeah, I don't send any face photo. Like, okay, so there's like two. Like Grindr, it's like Grindr to me is almost like Tinder.
Yes, 100%.
It's like the G-rated. Like I'll send my like body and face, but I don't send any like dick pics or anything like that on there. But like on Sniffies, it's like just a photo of my dick, and like you're not gonna get anything else.
Word.
So it's like you could either trust the dick and I'll show up, or just like no.
You see, I haven't gotten into the Sniffies streets. So Sniffies got popular right when Andy and I started dating. So I never got into Sniffies, and then now we are open. It just seems like I don't know how to navigate it properly.
It's methy,
right?
It's very methy.
It's very methy.
Crazy. I feel like the Sniffies hours are from like, I don't know, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then I think almost anything after that. Well, I guess maybe like 8.
And then after that, you just shouldn't be on there.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's a scary place.
It's a scary place.
The gays have gotten even hornier, if you can believe it.
Girl, I can't believe it.
I know.
Well, the thing is, like, it has to be crazy when you can't even put it, like, the fact that you can't have an app for it is, like, bonkers to me. I'm like, it should, because it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, but now that, so before Drag Race, did you ever do, like, any, like, bathhouse, any situation like that?
Yes, there's a bathhouse here in
Flex
in Hollywood that I used to go to like after the club, like when I was like freshly 21. And I made sure like after I got back from season 8, I went there as much as I possibly could.
To soak it all up.
To soak up all the like anonymity, to soak up like not the like, oh my God, Naomi at I've been back since Drag Race, but
Uh-huh.
like I just need to like not have to experience that because one of the times I was there before pre-Drag Race,
Oh, God.
Jasmine Masters was there,
No.
and
Y'all were there at the same time?
yeah, but of course I was just like when I saw her, I already knew of her from Drag Race and like the local drag scene. That I was like, oh my god, Jasmine Masters is at Bath House.
Word.
I just like didn't want to like. I mean, I've experienced it now, but like, yeah, I just wanted to soak up as much of the anonymous. I do miss like.
I agree 100%.
There's just certain areas you want to be anonymous.
100%.
The bank, love being anonymous. Airports, love being anonymous for the most part, unless you're checking in my bag or upgrading me. I
Yeah.
want to be anonymous. Yeah.
Do you know what I want to do one time? What I want to do one time is, that secret terminal at LAX?
Yes.
I mean, it is just a ridiculous amount of money. I can never justify. That sounds crazy, but I wish sometimes some gig or someone would pay for me to do that, or fly me private one gig.
Yeah.
Bob got to do it one time. I'm so jealous.
I'm jealous that he's on the 360. I'm so jealous.
Can I
that
tell
he's on the
you?
360.
It makes me so. It makes
like
me
every
irrationally
time
jealous.
you're boarding and you even hear it, you're like, oh, fucking Bob.
And he just looked into it.
Yeah.
Season 8, he was a year after season 8. He didn't have the thing. And then some faggot at Delta was just like, hey, Bob, you can be 360 now.
And that's forever.
Forever.
That's so.
If he stops
iconic.
flying, he will always be Delta 360.
That's so fierce.
Fierce.
So fierce.
Patty doesn't travel with me anymore, so he doesn't have any status. So Ty was off this weekend, so he came with me. After all these years of all these miles, now he's just silver, not even silver, nothing.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
No, it's crazy. When I got back from doing Vegas, I had to like start at square one.
Girl.
And I lucked out somehow where like I was gonna miss my flight and Kim was like on her way to the airport and she like got to like get me into the priority or else I would have fucking missed my because like LAX, the line sometimes will be like
It's insane.
out by the taxis.
It's insane.
I know.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if there is a Delta gay listening to this episode, you're a huge Naomi fan, a huge Naomi Smalls fan,
And Monet Exchange.
and hook us up with the Delta 360. Like,
Yes.
who do we have to? And I have asked the bitches with the red coats, everyone at the airport who is like, and they're all like, yeah, we don't know.
Delta One's not cutting it
Delta one's not coming. Which bitch? They have these new Delta One lounges
in LA or
in LA and New York.
yeah, I saw the one in New York.
Everything.
Everything.
And be a fat bitch like me. I went in there, girl, and I was because you have it's like a full service menu. I
Yeah.
ordered the steak, the
Entrees,
salmon.
yes.
I was like, it's fierce.
It is fierce.
And if you Delta 360, you get to fly to that. You go to that lounge all the time.
That's fierce. Oh my god.
I know.
God.
Hook us up.
There's actually a really hot guy who works at the LAX Delta.
Ooh, which one? There's two of them I always clock.
He has like kind of like hazelish eyes. He's like probably 26, 25. He's like shorter. He's so pretty. And he like checked one of my bags for free recently. And I was like,
That's love, girl.
I don't think he's gay. I don't know the vibe.
Oh, girl, these days, honestly, everyone's a little fucking gay.
Right.
Everyone's a little gay. I
Right,
mean,
right.
I'm out of my DL bag because I was in my whole 20s. I'm not doing that anymore. Because I honestly realized fucking faggots is fun.
I just want to fuck someone who's like sexually confident and like proud to be who they are.
Yes.
Also, like to me, that equates to like personal hygiene. Like if you're gay, you're just aware of your personal
100%.
hygiene in a way that a straight man is not.
1,000,000%.
Which, if we are in your nether regions and all that jazz, wouldn't you want it to be clean and gay and pretty and waxed and bleached and all that? Like I feel like that is more enjoyable than the guessing game to me.
I wanna dabble in anal bleaching. I'm gonna dabble.
Let's do it together. Booty Boss LA. I feel like
They're in the valley.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to. Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I want to also go to skin laundry. I want to really take
Mm.
2025 to get my skin together,
Mhm.
and because I mean, because I got burned from laser with hair removal, but I think now I want to try a laser for what you call it, hyperpigmentation.
Gotcha.
But I'm a little nervous, but
you're like always glowing though.
no, I have like all these little things I want to like. I want to like in 2025. I want this to be my reckoning. I'm like working with this trainer, but this summer I want this summer to be my summer.
Oh my god, you're already so buff.
No, but this girl is gonna get me
Already-
together.
When we were in a Joshua Tree, there was a moment where you were like straddling me, and we were all like, like laying and watching the stars.
Yeah.
She straddled me, and I was like, "This bitch is so fucking strong. You are so strong."
Well, girl, I had to give up with the LA gays.
I mean, it's also like you have like you're the opposite, where like people get in a relationship and they let themselves go. You guys got you out in a relationship and you're like extra, 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 extra buff.
That's what Patty said. He's like, what is with you and Andy just getting these fucking revenge bodies in your relationship? I was like, well, girl, you know, I gotta give it keep
But it's
it
like a
together.
nice like push, I imagine. When we live
100%.
together and like, we're
Mhm.
not eating out, we're meal prepping.
Literally. And I'm like, oh, you okay? I got something for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna look at me, not you.
I also have this picture from the first year we went to Joshua Tree of you. This was back when you had your short hair.
Oh my
With
god.
those glasses, and you're just on this lounge chair. It is. you look so fierce.
Oh, thanks.
You're fierce.
We have fun.
We have fun.
We have fun, even though we have to like brace ourselves for like 2 nights away from our own bed. You know.
I know.
Yeah, you and I
know.
are very like. If our bed is driving distance, it's tough for us to like
Yes.
not think about it.
100%.
Yeah.
And I was like,
But then you're there.
here, there, and it's fine. And I still want to get this fucking. If you know what, fuck Kim and Plastique and Bob. We can do a fucking black and yellow thing
We
together.
do-
Oh no, wait, it was just black and black.
Just black. Just black.
Okay, well we need Kim.
Yeah.
I
No.
really want to. I think it'll be such a dope tour. We have such a good time, and we always talk about it, and we never do
Or
it.
maybe we should even just start it as like our once a month in LA. You know, like we
Mm.
all live here.
Yeah, true.
And like, I can't think of anyone else in LA that I really am dying to work with.
I
and do
can't
a
think of
show
anyone
with
else.
besides.
Also, 5 is enough.
Yeah.
5 of us is plenty.
For
You know what I mean?
sure.
What is that? 1, 2, yeah, 5. That's enough.
Would you and Bob fight over who's gonna host?
No, because it's gonna be me. And I think we all host like a little chunk, a little segment. I think that
Yeah,
could be
for sure.
cute.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
That would be so much fun.
It'll be so grand. It would sell out so easy. We would do it at like the Wiltern or something. It'll be so kind.
That would be fierce. We've been talking about it for so damn long.
You know, I'm gonna get my management on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna make them work. Jake Slane, let's get this gig popping. I think it'll be so fucking cute.
It'll be over. And I
Yeah.
also feel like it would be like, I mean, I know I can speak for, I think I can speak for all of us, besides maybe Kim. Like
Mhm.
when you're doing like a cast ensemble show and like you want to be like, I'm the grandiosa. I feel like that would not exist. In
It
this
would not.
space.
I really don't. I genuinely don't think it would.
Yeah, I feel like it would all just be like people supporting
Yeah.
us supporting each other.
Yeah. Feel me?
Is that it?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, that went by so fast.
Like, no, we can talk about it. No, I think we are at time, actually. Yeah.
Oh wow, that was by so fast.
I know, because it's just the ease of chatting and talking with
I
you.
know. I love you so much.
I love you so much, girl.
So much.
Fairs.
So much.
Fair Selena.
I would do anything for you.
Same.
Anything.
Anything?
I can't get you on the 360 list. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have my
Girl,
limit.
I had to fucking do American Airlines for the past couple things. It was literally torture because they weren't like
Because they don't fly direct to the spots.
exactly. It's like Philly or some bullshit. And they are wild.
Well, I used to be thinking that. Well, I don't want to. No.
Okay, don't say it.
I was gonna be thinking that Delta was the one until they were belly up.
Can I tell you, every time I get on a plane now, I really be feeling like, well,
You know me. I'd be so happy. I would be so happy if that was how I went out. That would be so iconic. That'd be so iconic. But
no.
I turned you on to the most iconic way to go out.
Which is what?
Sophie taking a picture
Oh, yes.
of the moon. And Mykonos. That is like history. That's history.
I also have like there's this like weird dark part of me, I guess. Like I really am curious, like like after I die, how people, like what is gonna be, like how are people gonna perceive, like what is gonna be on social media, like what is gonna be out there about me, like are people gonna be really sad, are people gonna move on, like this may be so dark, this is so dark, but like if I die, like I would like I want to see what the next day, like I want to see like what Bob is doing, what Naomi's doing, what Kim, I want to see
Oh,
if
for
people
sure.
are like
Fly on the wall.
a fly on the wall.
And then be like, just kidding.
Like I'm just so curious about what the world would look like after I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like the first 48 hours,
For sure. Oh no, I think you would be mourned for way longer than that.
You
I mean,
think?
I'm still like heavily mourning Chi-Chi. I think about her every single fucking day of my
Yeah.
life, you know? So because I think about all the like you, Bob, Kim, all the close relationships I made during that time in my life. I'm
Yeah.
like, ugh, what would Chi-Chi be doing right now?
I know. And to be fair, like Vivian is someone too. Like I think about her often because not a day goes by I don't get like a tag from some of the videos we've done on Netflix or something. I'm always like,
Yeah.
oh my god, damn, we'll never be able to do that again. You know what I mean?
For sure. It's just someone who like shared that experience. with
Yeah.
no one else.
That no one else will. So unique and so dope.
Mhm.
But yeah, so okay, you know, I'll give you guys at least 2 months then.
Okay.
I want a rigorous morning. I want
Murals.
murals erected in my name. I want a fucking mural right on Mickey somewhere. I mean, even though I'm not a, I'm like, but you're not an LA queen. Get the fuck out of here.
Hardware.
A big ass mural of Monet Exchange at Hardware.
Soak it up as in DJ Two Faces mix every single night.
You better know. Also, when Naomi comes to see, comes to support a girl, Naomi always tips very nicely and makes it a motherfucking. It's so
Oh,
fierce.
thanks. No, I feel like I'm not that girl.
Yeah, you are.
I feel like I'd rather bring flowers than
You bring flowers and you do
That's
something like that, like something very like.
Mm.
It makes the entertainer
You
feel
gotta
very
make the
pussy.
doll feel like the doll.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel pussy.
I think I'd rather like come back and like secure the wig and like be part of that process than like I've seen like queens like Mega Rain and it's like, do we even know her? like I don't know, you know.
Oh God, Naomi, well, I love you so much.
I love you.
Let's have you were here. You're literally my queen,
You're
my angel,
forever.
forever. And this was literally my favorite time to review on the show. I love you.
I love you. I also loved watching. I've like watched the Raven one like 3 times.
Oh my
I get,
God.
like emotionally watching it.
Well, you know, Raven, I didn't realize Raven is a talking Raven. Raven can talk what you could, which I love, by the way, because as you know,
she rarely does.
she rarely
So,
does
like,
it.
She loves you so.
So I was standing, and Dalton and I were up in here just like, oh my God, it's just incredible. Love, because she never does interviews. She never does.
Yeah, they're iconic.
Yeah,
She
won't-
loves you.
I
I mean, you
know.
were so. I feel like it's like my default answer for Monet, but like everyone, like your superpower is like everyone loves you. I don't know a bitch that doesn't like you. That's not, like I know the 2 that I can think of are just like I think they're just like mad ass jealous haters.
Well, even Gia likes me now.
Yeah.
We were DMing, and she was like, she's gonna come and do the show, which would be very nice.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, after All Stars, she was so fucking weird, and she did that weird interview where she like read all of us basically.
I mean, she was just mad at the experience.
She made the experience,
Yeah.
but
She is the traitor that we're missing.
they need to put her on the show.
Yeah,
I think that'll be fierce.
Not this AI shit.
I love you.
I love you.
Mwah. Look at y'all. Y'all got a motherfucking episodes with Naomi goddamn Smalls. Until next time, we'll see you back on the couch. Monet out.
Monet Talks.